Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Peugeot Partner 2013 model. Basically, if someone asks me, can you clean damaged DPF because of this van, I'm going to say yes. And if someone asks, can you clean ash without removing DPF because of this van, I'm going to say yes. Okay, I'll show you in a minute why am I say yes for the both. And also, if you running mobile mechanic business, or if you running recovery or towing business, if you struggle to find out leads, new business, or you have a more time to do with new jobs, please join with this website. It's called towmycar.uk. I will add the link at the description. You can join to that website. These days there is a offer going. First 250 registered drivers, free lifetime free membership. You can get lifetime free membership first 250 registration. Because of that, if you run in the business, it's very helpful. Just sign up with there. I will add the link below. Okay, I'll show you now why am I say just for this car. Yeah, this customer came 12th of March last year, exactly 11 months now. Then he asked me to clean the DPF. This DPF damage, and I said to him, look, this DPF damage, no point to clear, and all around this area oil leaking, and there is a fuel pressure problem also that time. Then I said to him, look, your DPF damage, oil leaking around the area. But however, he said, don't worry, just give a try. And as his request, I cleaned the DPF. Then after 11 months, he turned up again, engine light on, have a look his tailpipe, proper suit there. Right. When I see like this tailpipe, I most time say to the customer, look, you need a new DPF. But however, he draw like this problem without any warning past 11 months. So what I did that time, it's worked for him. Then he came again and he asked same thing, do it again. He need to use it more. He don't want to add more money for this car. He don't want new DPF. I know this DPF damage, but however, same process. I'm going to do it now. First of all, I'm going to sorry. This is my cleaning trouser. Right. First of all, I'm going to start the car and show you what's going on there. First of all, we'll see how about the oil leak. See the all around oil leaking. Yeah. So we'll see the oil level, coolant level. Okay, I can see. Right. Yeah, little bit lower the limit. That's good. And look like to me this car need a service. Anyway, it's not a problem. You can see engine light on and the spanner sign on. That's why I mentioned early this car need a service. Anyway, and when I switch off the engine, you can still hear that fan kicking. You can see still this fan spinning because of the engine faulty. This fan not stop until another 3 4 5 minutes. Right, okay, I'm going to check the faulty code with the computer. Read faulty codes. Yeah, this is the problem at the moment. Yeah, particular filter detected clog. Yeah, and the fuel temperature measuring. Yeah, this faulty code I remember it was there last time also. This is the new faulty code. It wasn't there last time, but however at the moment I'm going to try to clear this faulty code and have a look what's going on first. Yeah, only this one left, other all faulty codes gone. Right, okay, I'm going to the live data and have a look. Emission line information, pressure. Yeah, differential pressure. Yes, I'm going to start the car. Right. At the moment, while vehicle idle is 54, 55, when RPM 2500, yeah, 2500, 230, 240, right. Basically it's too high. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch off. If you have a like this tool, very handy to remove this clip. Yeah, it's removed. And after that you need a like this one to remove the pipe. Make sure don't too much force. If it too much force, it might be break. Yeah, right. Okay, right. My chemicals ready now. See, yeah, just firm. Right. I'm going to inject through the this pipe. Right. And the same time, I'm happy to little bit keep it the running the car and do this job. First of all, I'm going to inject something, and after that, I'm going to keep it running the car and do the process, because if this one went to the inside chamber, we are not able to start the car, because some people call and ask me, "Oh, Charlie, I use your method. After that, it won't start." If I do the quiz in this trigger and leave it for the until end, it's happened to me also. Well, because of that, I'm going to start the car. I'm going to keep the vehicle starting and trigger up this one until end. Look like to me it's finished. Take out slowly, otherwise it's back pressure. Otherwise it's back pressure. Yeah, see, yeah, all in. Yeah, nothing there now. Right. Okay. Next step, I'm going to reconnect this connector. Right. And I'm going to do the clamp later, and I'm going to keep the car running and flush it out, everything. We'll see how it's going on today. Now I'm going to start the car again. Yeah. Yeah, at the moment while it's idle it's 89. Right. No, I can't get the yeah, no, I can't get the, yeah, okay, it's 91. Then I'm going to hold the RPM 2500. Yeah, now this one before around 200 something, it came to the 159. Yeah, I'm going to hold the RPM until it's come down. It's gradually come down. Have a look what happened to the my tailpipe now. You can see now RPM 2500, 23 millibars. Yeah, when vehicle idle, yeah, zero, but it shouldn't be zero. It's some values there. See the sum, yeah, one, yeah, because of the pressure escaping from the exhaust. That's why this value zero. But however, yeah, at the moment it's good. Job done. And have a look the dashboard. This light also disappeared because I the delete DTC. But however, to do the adaptation. Switch off the car. Now even the fan not going. Right, ignition on. Then after that I need to go to the faulty code reads. Yeah, only the one faulty code there. Then after that, special function, particular filter replacement. I'm going to do its replace. Ignition off. Yeah, okay. Ignition on. Okay. Learn complete. Yeah, that's it. Job done. And hopefully he will come back after, might be 6-7 months or a year or 2 year, I don't know, depend on his usage. Yeah, at the moment request job done. And also if someone asks me, can you clean damaged DPF without removing? Yes, this is the example. And if someone asks, can you clean ash without removing? I'm going to say yes, because many people say no. But I said to no, you got the answer now. If you like this problem, many garages say no point, at least we try, we don't know, but we try, we success 11 months. Because of that, I'm going to say confidently, yes, we can do it. Okay, also if you're running any mobile mechanic business, if you're running any recovery tow truck business, if you're looking more leads, more business, please join to this website. It's called towmycar.uk. Then you can sign up with there and you can get more extra income. And also keep in your mind, first 250 registration free of charge for lifetime. They are not take any subscription. First 250 registration. So be quicker, you can save more money. Okay, thanks for watching. And also if you need to join with us, our WhatsApp group, Facebook group, all links below. Click that link and join with us, and you can ask many questions with us. Thank you. See you in the next video.